For President Trump, the executive order tightening immigration is all about keeping Americans secure.
It was done for the security of our nation, the security of our citizens, so that people come in who aren't going to do us harm. And that's why it was done.
We are the resistance. Let us rise up.
But Trump's order sparked demonstrations around the country. Democrats complained the president was exceeding his power, including Senate Democratic leader Chuck Schumer.
We need Republicans to set aside partisan considerations in favor of doing what's best for the country.
Opponents say the immigration order is discriminatory and unconstitutional. But Trump may have history on his side when it comes to presidential action to regulate immigration, says legal expert Dan McLaughlin.
So, because the president is relying on authority that has been delegated to him by Congress, he also has very broad authority, whether you think his policy is wise or not, very broad authority to act within the law.
The federal courts will now decide if Trump has gone beyond his presidential authority in issuing his executive orders, says expert Paul Schiff-Berman.
The issue, I think, is whether these executive orders go farther, and I think that they do, both in their scope and in the incredibly ill-considered way in which they've been issued.
Before turning to politics, Trump built a reputation as a dynamic businessman with a brand known internationally. But now as president, dealing with the limits of executive authority and the checks applied by Congress and the court system could prove to be a challenge, says American University expert James Thurber.
We have separation of powers in our democracy. It's slow, it's deliberative, it's transparent. As a businessman, he likes to say, you're fired, or let's get this done, let's move ahead. Well, in a democracy, you can't do that. That's going to frustrate him.
A lower court ruling temporarily halting Trump's immigration order led to many happy scenes at airports as families were reunited. But it's likely the Supreme Court will have the last word on Trump's travel ban and on the issue of presidential authority in this case. Jim Malone, VOA News, Washington.